Let's start with
tendy.
that. Let's
Yeah,
just
no, we
start the
absolutely can.
podcast.
I had one chicken. I went to Costco
Mhm.
and stocked up on all
I
these.
need to go to Costco.
Yeah, no, except, I keep seeing all these like TikToks that's like new Costco item, and then I go and
You know what I want? The veggies. Everybody's
the
got
big
these
bag of veggies.
black bag
Yes,
sauteed
yes,
veggies.
yes, delicious. But they didn't have them this time when I went.
Oh.
They didn't have the protein bars I usually get. They didn't have.
Did you go on a Sunday?
Absolutely not.
Oh, I was like, that's bold of you.
No, I don't feel like fighting a middle-aged woman in the
no.
fucking prepackaged snack section. No. But you know what I've been trying to get that I can't get my hands on? Have you ever had the Fruit Riot?
No.
I'm going to be a Fruit Riot spokesperson now because
Is those the fruit on a stick?
no. They're they're frozen. Okay,
No.
it's like getting a bag of like frozen pineapple or something,
Mhm.
but they're covered in this like sour.
No, never heard of it. Oh, wait, yes, I have, like yellow bag or like green
Well,
bag.
yes. So there's
Yes.
grapes, there's mangoes,
Yes,
there's
yes, yes.
pineapple.
But I've never had it.
There's a mixed bag of grapes. Okay, so I tried it for the first time last week. When I tell you I've probably eaten 17 bags since like
Where
8
do you
days
get
ago.
it? I thought it
Okay.
was like something on TikTok.
So Jewel has them and Whole Foods does, but they released a new one. It's cherries and they're covered in the cola Olipop
Ooh.
with the sour. You can't fucking find these things. I made Thomas pick me up yesterday and I said, I'm looking on I'm on the internet right now and Amazon is saying that the Whole Foods in the South Loop has them. You need to pick me up. We need to go. And also the construction situation that's happening outside of my apartment right now.
Construction period on the Edens Expressway or whatever that is to O'Hare and Edens is insane.
No, construction everywhere is fucking insane.
get
We
here?
didn't go to Thomas's family's Easter. Was Easter last week? It was, yeah.
Was it? I don't even know what
Whatever,
day it is.
whenever it was. We didn't go because we got on the highway and couldn't drive.
No.
And he was like, I can't be in this car. And I was like, thank God, because I can't either. We have to get out. But anyways, traffic is a shit show. Especially they're redoing Milwaukee outside my apartment. And every day, like, the pathway changes.
Yeah, it's a shit show.
So I was like, I don't care if we have to maneuver down 17 different back alleys to get to this fucking Whole Foods. I got to get these cherries.
You are taking me there.
And then we got there, sold out.
Ugh,
So fuck whoever's supposed to be updating the online inventory. It isn't.
they are wrong.
Because I'm
you
fucking
are not
pissed.
doing your job.
I was going to make a TikTok today and be like, how do I get the cherries? Like, is there a code word I need to use? Do I, like,
I need to know about this. Where does one find out about these things?
TikTok.
Mm.
This is
I
what's
must
on
have
my
a different
feed.
algorithm.
Yeah. Yeah. Yours is probably like,
It's all puppies.
fitness combos and puppies and inspirational
It's all
quotes
dogs.
and how to make yourself better. And mine's
No,
like
yesterday
fucking
I'm
food.
watching the draft. Like with Darius, we're watching the
Oh,
draft.
I love that for you. Boring draft this year, but go on.
No, I mean, I literally was like, okay, I got to go do some errands. And then I let him sit, whatever. Anyway, so we're watching it. And I go, I know this guy. And Darius is like, you do not know this guy. And I was like, I swear I know him. I was like, he looks so familiar. I was like, rewind. I need to know who this is. So he rewinds. I Google him. It's the man who runs a golden retriever life.
Oh, yeah.
But he was like, he did something on
Well, they
the
do
draft.
that now. They pull like that Annie Agar, who I would love to have come on the podcast. She does like all this shit for
Yeah.
ESPN now.
Yeah.
I'm like, how crazy. I mean, good for y'all. But yeah, they're everywhere.
Yeah.
These people
I
on
was
that. But yeah,
like, I
that's how I
know.
found out about the Fruit Riot. It was on TikTok. And now TikTok is selling out. This is the problem with TikTok. Is like you see something great on there and then you can't fucking get
No.
it.
The second it becomes popular,
It happens
you're
with
like,
makeup all the time, skincare, yeah.
or
I'm like,
clothes you look and then it's like it triples in price because at first it starts at like $7 and then when more people buy it you're like, but you just said it was $7 and now I'm seeing it for $55.
yeah. Where do you buy your clothes these days?
Girl, please tell me. Okay, this is the one I buy everything at Aritzia. I am in Aritzia.
Okay, so I was just having this conversation with my best friend because she's trying to find dresses to go to a wedding. I also need to get something to wear to a wedding in like 2 weeks, but
Mine's in 6.
well, I'm gonna have to deal with that at another time because I'm too overwhelmed to even think about what I'm wearing to your wedding. She was like, I don't know, I guess she's gonna be in Florida next week, and she was like, I'm just gonna go to the Aritzia in Florida and see. And I was like, here's the thing about Aritzia though. I used to be an Aritzia stan because they have great basics. But if a bitch walks in the room, you know she's wearing Aritzia. Like, there's nothing
Don't
cool
call me
about
out.
it.
Do not call me out because I am.
There's nothing
I
cool.
wore a vest to brunch. It was Aritzia. These jeans, Aritzia. If they had
Yeah.
shoes, I'd probably buy them.
Like I just, it's good quality. It's expensive.
It is expensive. Here's my thing. I like it for the basics. I feel confident in it. Yes, I buy the same thing in multiple colors.
multiple
I'm
colors.
very aware of it.
But I guess
and I'm
like if
aware
you
that
had,
every other person wears it, but we are all fucking basic.
but if you had an event,
No, I
are
wouldn't
you
go to,
see?
no.
That's what I'm
But here,
saying.
so for my bachelorette, showers, whatever, I'm like, where do you find a dress? Granted, it's white, different, whatever. But even shopping for other people's weddings, I'm on Revolve. Revolve,
Yeah, again though.
I will buy I literally just bought a $700 dress from Revolve.
Yeah.
And I get it on, and I was trying on after party looks for my mom, my aunt, and my friend Ophelia. And I'm trying them on, and she goes, this is already pilling. Like, it already had, and I didn't do anything. Like, I put it on, I was wearing nothing. So, like, I
Yeah.
put it on, and it's already pilling on the boob, and I paid $700.
Yeah, no.
When I got it, my mom goes, how are you going to shove that back into the bag? It's folded so tightly, like vacuum sealed into a little bag, and then it's sent to you. And I paid $700, and it looks like it was like $100.
Yeah.
So I can't justify. I give and take with Revolve because sometimes I'm like, I love this. Sometimes I hate it, whatever.
Yeah.
But like, I can't justify it anymore, knowing that like the quality doesn't match up.
And here's the thing with Revolve too. I'll see stuff on there that's super cute. And like, I forget that I'm looking at a 6 foot tall girl who weighs approximately 97 pounds. And then I get it in the mail and I'm 5 foot tall and like a little thicker in the legs. And I'm like,
it's not as cute.
Not even fucking close. It's not even fucking close.
I bought this bubble skirt and I was like, this is going to be real cute.
So cute.
Darius is like, what the fuck are you wearing?
It's like, you look like a carousel.
You know what's having a comeback? Express. I'm not even kidding. They are having a major cute clothes comeback. I like
forgot all about Express.
So did I. My friend Ophelia, same friend, she's a major shopper. And she was like, look what I just bought. She's like, you need this. And I bought a few stuff. Very cute. And not like hoochie. Like there are some hoochie stuff. But like very like classic, classy. Like I bought something. My mom bought it for me in a different color, not even knowing that I bought it for myself.
Yeah.
I bought a pair of jean shorts because sometimes I feel like with jean shorts, they can get really short. And I'm like, I'm too old to have like my vagina out. Like,
no, and I want to stop seeing the bottom of everybody's ass cheeks this summer.
Exactly.
Not that,
unless you're 25.
Not that I'm offended. Not that I'm offended. And like I have a big butt, so historically my ass cheeks have been out. But it's just like, why can't we come up with a short that just like doesn't have my ass cheek?
And I tried to go up a size, so that didn't happen. And then I had this like weird penis looking thing in my crotch, and I was like, this like Darius was like, that's cute, and I was like, first of all, it's way too big in my waist, like my ass fit, way too big in my waist, and then it makes me look like I've got like this pointed triangle thing where my vagina is.
Penis guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not cute.
So it wasn't cute.
Yeah, it's hard. And I hate that. First of all, you can't even think about going to Michigan Ave to get to a store unless you live over there and you can walk.
There's not much.
There's not much. And then it's like, if you don't, you have to buy shit online. And then I'm like, I get it. And then I try it on and I fucking hate it. I got to ship it back. Like, I'm so sick of ship back.
And our door people probably are like, this girl's got a problem, because I have bought so much shit at Revolve too. I've probably spent like $4,000 and sent back like $10,000 because I just keep like buying.
You're just resending some of your own clothes too. You're like, do you want to take this and credit me as well?
I just bought a pair of Mark Fisher shoes on Amazon. Cutest shoes I've ever gotten. $50.
Yeah,
it was amazing. But I will say with Amazon too, it's hit or miss.
You know what I learned? You got to look at where it's shipping from. Like, is it shipping from is it shipping from Mark Fisher, or is it shipping from googoogaga.com?
Yeah,
you know, because like that's when I'm like, hold on a second.
And the reviews.
Yeah.
I like now it's saying like frequently returned product. So then you're like, okay, I'm not buying this. Yeah.
Okay.
I know. Well, how are you?
I'm great. How are you? How was your shower? I didn't go to Jordan's shower yesterday because I had to go get
into a huge
verbally assaulted by a 93-year-old woman named
you need to
a 93-year-old Filipino. If there's anyone that's a nurse that listens to this podcast in the state of like Illinois that needed to renew their ACLS or BLS credentials, they know Eunice, because everyone goes to see this fucking lady because she's a drill sergeant, and like I've never experienced anything
verbal
like
assaults. I don't think are
first
legal.
of all, she's couldn't be a day younger than 93. Her name is Eunice Goldstein, and she's the most Filipino lady I've ever seen. So I'm like, did you marry a Jew or what happened here? And then she just basically told that there was only 5 people in our group, and she just basically insulted everyone's intelligence for 2.5 hours.
We love that.
And I was
as
like,
she drives away in her
Yeah, so then we get
G-Wagon.
out to I was like, you know what? She's really onto something here. My friend Jerry was like, we should open one of these like in the city because she's got 2 locations. But it's the most express version of these certifications because usually you're there
she's
for
doing
like
it. She knows what she's
6
doing.
fucking hours. And she would just like go through something and she's like, you press this button, turn the wheel, tell everybody you're charging and shock, correct? And we're all like, correct. She's like, moving on. Like she did, like there was no,
which is great.
yeah, like
No
she
fluff.
takes the test basically for you. Like it's not. But when I'm telling you that this other nurse that was there, this poor girl who. Not everyone's as outspoken as me. And she was just like, you could tell she was like shy and she was nervous and she would like go to touch something and she'd be like, I didn't tell you to touch that. And then she basically was like, are you stupid? And then this older woman was trying to like console her and she's like, don't console her. Like, leave her.
Heartless bitch.
No, she literally, it was like the most crazy, like I literally left and I was like, I feel like my feelings are hurt for some reason and I'm not even sure what just happened.
I passed, but I don't feel good about it.
So it's like, and it's like $200 some odd for these certs, which like luckily I get reimbursed, but still, I mean, I think they're also laundering money at this location. It's like next to an Ace Hardware in a plaza. Yeah. It's like one of those where you're like, all of these businesses are owned by the same person and it's a money laundering scheme. And then we get to the parking lot after and I get in the car and there's this G-Wagon parked next to us and I made a joke to my friend. I was like, I guarantee you this is fucking Eunice's G-Wagon. And sure enough, out she comes in her little orange puffer coat.
Yep.
To her fucking G-Wagon.
She's balling.
I said, this is what we got to do. This is what we got to do. Yeah. So anyways, I had a traumatic, well, it wasn't, I mean, it was fine for me. I was like cracking up. I was like, I can't believe this lady's literally looking us in the face being like, you're all fucking stupid.
We love that for you.
At one point, I was just like, I answered something and she was like, no. And I said, you're confusing me. And she said, don't tell me I'm confusing you. And I was like, but you're confusing me.
Listen, Eunice.
Have we started this scenario over? Is the patient dead from 5 minutes ago or are they new dead? Like, which one are we? I need you to clarify. So yeah, that's how I spent my day. But how was your shower?
It was
You
really,
looked lovely.
No, I slayed.
It was giving
like, I'm not gonna
supermodel.
lie. So I got my makeup done.
Lie.
I got my makeup done by Glam Squad. And I was very nervous because I get very nervous when people do your makeup because like
you're like, what if I hate it because I paid for it?
Well, one, what if you hate it? But a lot of times I don't wear a lot of makeup. Like when I do my makeup every day, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, but I don't put on foundation. I don't put on a lot of stuff and I don't know how to.
Yeah.
But I feel like a lot of times they like cake on foundation and then they overdraw your eye and then like they overdraw your lips, like all the stuff that I don't do. So I have to like overplay almost how much I don't do my makeup, which is not a lie. Like I'm not lying, but I get nervous because a lot of times they make you look like a clown.
You just like a natural pretty. You don't like a beat glam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I want to be done up, but I want to look like me.
Yeah.
And I feel like a lot of times they make you look like you're someone else. Like for my cousin's wedding, they made me look like I was someone else. And my mom literally was like, she's got to go back and change that. Like I FaceTimed her and I was like, how do I look? And my mom was like, absolutely not. Go tell her to change it.
Yeah.
So like I was like playing up how much I wanted to just like look like me. I didn't want to look like, you know, whatever. I just want to look elevated. And she was like, I got you. And I walked out and I was like, is this too much? And Darius was like, you still look like you. And when I came home, my mom's so honest. She was like, I love it.
Yeah.
So I felt really good about that. My hair person was supposed to get my hair done the day before, like just a nice blow dry, little trim. And she was like, you have an appointment, but I'm not in town. And I was like,
incredible.
Awesome. Which ended up being fine. And she was like, your next service will be free, which is the one right before my wedding. So great.
Perfect.
But then the shower was really nice. I was a little like nervous because I feel like you're the center of attention. You got to like talk to everybody, whatever. But it ended up being really nice. My outfit was amazing. It was Sync Accept. My mom found it for me and she was like, I think this is you. I'm not like a big dress person. I'm much more of like a shorts and jacket or like pants and whatever. So this felt very me. Like it was white, but a little bit of spunk and it was suitish. And then Darius was like, I don't understand why we have to have this shower. Like, what even is it? People sent gifts to my mom's house. Like that's where everything was going. And he's like, why is she bringing the gifts from the house to the shower?
To bring them back.
And I also hate opening presents in front of people.
Okay, yeah, that's what I was going to say. Let's talk about showers because do's and don'ts.
So one, I don't have, like, it wasn't my choice what we did and what we didn't do.
Yeah.
But I said to my aunt, I was like, I don't need people to fill out, like, the, like, you know, where it's like, like a number two.
Suggest a date night for Jordan.
Yeah,
and
or
Darius.
like it's like the like they put a number 2 and then there's a bumblebee and then there's like a church and it's like to be married or something, like to be wed, whatever.
Yeah.
And people have to guess that. I was like, I don't need people
I don't
to
like
play games like that. We did one thing where we sat at the front and had like a paddle, like kind of like the newlywed game, like who's the better driver?
Yeah.
Ha 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 ha. Like I said me, he said him. Like ha ha. You know, it was like cute like that, but it was like 5 minutes, done. Then we had to open the presents and we went speedy. It took us 15, I think it took us 19 minutes, I'll say, to open it up. I said, I don't want to open presents because it's literally like, thanks, you ordered what I registered for.
Yeah, I know. I
like,
know.
that's so
Listen,
nice
I
of
still owe you a gift,
you.
but I'm not giving you a spoon or anything. So I need more thought and time. I was like
It's
looking at your
okay.
register. I was like, I'm not sending her this ladle.
I know.
Like, this is fucking stupid.
Everybody, okay, but here's the thing. I don't want to register for shit that I'm not going to use.
No, for sure,
like
for
my
sure.
neighbor was like, you don't have a popcorn maker. I was like, I don't fucking want
You're
a
like,
popcorn
I don't even
maker.
like popcorn. Do you like
Yeah.
popcorn?
I've grown to like it, but I used to hate it. It's not something that I would be like, oh my God, I'm craving pop. And it's definitely not something I'm buying a popcorn maker for.
Oh my God, I used to be a popcorn fiend. I
Really?
think I got it. Yeah, my mom, when my brother moved out, because he was the final one to go, my mom was like, I can't eat popcorn at home alone anymore because I inhale it so fast. I'm afraid I'm going to choke and then I'm going to be dead and no one's going
And
to know.
then no one's going to be there. Yeah.
So I was, she kind of ruined popcorn for me a little bit with that
Yeah.
one, but yeah, no,
She needs like the
a life alert or something.
Yeah, the thing where she can just like hit it. Yeah.
She'd be constant. She'd be like, something's wrong. Every day she has a new, she's like, so I was on Google. I was like, why were you on? Let's
Yeah.
not. She's
I
like,
think this is my
she's
symptom.
like, I think I have lung cancer.
Yeah.
I was like, great.
I think this is what's going on in my
Every time
life.
she texts me about that, I'm like, we better figure that shit out because I don't have any time to take
Yeah.
care of you. So
Yeah. Okay,
anyways.
tell me some of your shower don'ts.
I fucking hate the games. Okay.
Yeah.
And this is no shade to anybody that loves the games. I just personally, okay, so say I ever have a shower, here's what I envision. I love a brunch. Like I just want fucking cutesy pastries and a cute little cocktail mocktail situation and a girl hang. And like, I don't even want anyone to stand up and say anything about me. I
Yeah.
don't want to say anything to you. I just want to be like, we had brunch
No one
together.
said
Thank you
anything
so
about
much
me.
for coming. You
Yeah.
can send your cash to this address.
Yeah.
Have a good day.
Yeah.
I just like the game because you want to know what? Nobody wants to play except for your grandma and mine's dead. And so like
And
she's
no
not
one
going to be
wants
upset.
to watch you. Like when I tell you,
The opening the gifts is it's just like drop your fucking gift off and keep going.
I opened the gifts. The first 2 people paid attention, and then literally even the hostess gift, which was the last one and was like it's usually like the biggest one. The hostesses weren't even paying attention. And I
No.
was like, because people don't care. They know what they got you. You wanted it because you registered for it.
Yeah. And I'm
that's
just
it.
like nobody wants to watch me open like a fucking box of plates. Like it's just kind of like
I was like, my glasses that I registered for.
that
Thank you so
yes,
much for
that
getting
I told
them
you
for
to get me.
Like
There's no
literally
surprise
at one
here.
point my friend Tiffany was like, the boxes are the same. Next. Like
Yeah.
they're all the same. Keep going. You
yeah,
know?
like it's very but sometimes showers last forever and I'm just like no, we don't need
we
to
want to
be
eat, we want to chat, we want to say congrats and go.
and get the fuck out.
Yeah, I agree.
Like I actually just went to Thomas's sister's shower and it was everybody was there, like the whole fam.
Couple shower.
Yeah,
Like
which
men
is
too.
I've never been like with everybody at.
Darius's brother did
It was
that
a
too.
different vibe. Like I walked in and I was like, oh, I thought this was gonna be like a girly pop situ, and it wasn't. And it honestly like was totally fine. And
Yeah.
they did have games and stuff, and I was like, I'm not. I was like sitting with his stepdad, and he's like, I'm not playing these fucking
Yeah.
games. I was like, I'm not gonna play the
At
games either.
Darius's brother's shower, it was games too, and you had to like work as a team, and you just ate and whatever. I think it's like whatever floats your boat. I think we looked up on the drive there because Darius was like, please tell me what the purpose of a wedding shower is. Like, what is why are, he's like, and I'm not asking this of like, why are we doing it? I don't want to go. He's like, just tell me why we're doing this.
Well, here's where I also get confused about the purpose. Because like I'm buying you a gift from the shower, but then I'm supposed to bring you a gift too to the
Yeah.
wedding. You double gifts.
So, yes. So,
yeah.
here's my thing. I think for a wedding shower gift, it's like $25 to $50. Like, it's a small gift to say, and people go about thank you to everybody who went above and beyond. But I think it's like
There's
a
people
nice,
that are listening to this being like 25 to 50. I spent $400.
Yeah, like I think it's a nice like gift. And the purpose of a bridal shower is to send the bride shower the bride with gifts, well wishes, celebration. Like that's the purpose. Why they have it, I don't know, but whatever.
Yeah.
And then the wedding, yes, because essentially you're supposed to give.
You're supposed to cover your plate. Is that a true
Yes.
story?
That's typically what I do for my best friends. I give more But
Well,
typically
yeah.
I cover my plate or
Yeah.
plates of people.
Whatever, yeah.
But then you've got people who are like, I don't fucking care. And my sisters sometimes are like, I'm not going, so why do I have to give a gift?
Did you see these people in New York just got married and they invited like 300 or no, they invited like 250 people or something, and instead of having guests bring a gift, they charged them each $330
Yes,
to
I
come,
just
and
saw
only
that
like
on the
60
internet.
people come, but they
Yeah.
still could afford to pay for their wedding. I was like, what an interesting concept.
I
don't know if someone was like, it's going to cost you $330 to come to my wedding, if I'd be like, okay, but then I'm going to voluntarily give you $350 because I'm like, here you go. You know, like you think about it, like,
I guess I don't know. It's such a weird.
and I never know too. I'm like,
thing.
what's the appropriate amount of money to give somebody?
I usually say like 100 per person. Like that's usually what I do. Is like if it's Darius, if typically what Darius and I do, unless it's like closer friends and then you know how much you've gotten from me. But typically it's I'll pay like $200 or $250
Okay.
for me and Darius.
Yeah, because I'm like, I don't even know what the fucking etiquette is.
I'll
anymore.
take 500. Thank
Yeah,
you.
okay. Well, you're gonna have to talk to Thomas about that.
Thomas, I'll text you. No, but I.
Okay, wait. Before the shower thing, another like the other shower don'ts.
Yeah.
You know how you're supposed to take. You've seen people like they take the bows off and they make a fake.
Oh.
Do you know what I'm fucking
Okay,
talking about?
Wait, so I got home. Yes, because I got home and I had all the bows.
And your Jewish mom was like, "Do you want to?"
Wait, no. My mom goes. I go. What do I do with these? And she goes, throw them out.
Oh, okay.
So I threw them out.
I'm like, is this just like an Italian thing? Because like at
It's-
every fucking shower I've been to, mind you, I haven't been to like a friend's shower in a very long time, but like the showers that are vivid in my mind are all from when I was little and I just would go with
Yeah.
my mom. And it was like, save the bowl so you can make yourself a makeshift bouquet for the
the
rehearsal,
rehearsal
dinner.
dinner.
And I'm like,
Yeah.
how fucking stupid is this?
No, I threw them out.
Poor
'cause I was
Thomas's
like,
sister, the girls were like, do you want to save these bows? And she was like, she like clearly fucking didn't want to. And they were like, we're going to save them for you. And she was like, oh,
because
okay.
you put it on like a plate and you make like a little
Yeah.
whatever. And I looked at my cousin Dara and I was like, she's like, typically they save the bows, and I was like, and she like saved them, put them in a bag. And when I got home, my mom was like, just throw them.
Just
out.
fucking throw those
I was
things
like,
out.
okay, great, thanks.
I don't need
It's like
this
one of those
fucking
things
bow.
where like I would appease anybody, but I'm also like, I don't need the bows. Like,
Also, have we all lost our imagination? Like, you can't just pretend I'm holding a bouquet as I walk down the aisle. We have to have
I
something.
know.
Or what was the other? Oh, the one where they like make you a is it a toilet paper like wedding dress or something?
Oh, that's like a game. I think we didn't play that.
Or some, I don't know. There's
Yeah.
all this weird like
You
traditional
can, like, play,
shit.
You can play a game where like everybody has to like dress one person or like make a dress in toilet paper, and then like you win, and then you can like wear that or something. I don't
No.
know, but I'm not doing that.
No.
No, that's like a no for me. But I don't know. I just think with showers, they can get really out of hand, and then it can be really long, and then you're like, I'm exhausted.
Yeah, and nobody and I don't want to ever host something that the people that come to are like, I actually don't want to be
really
here.
don't want to be here.
You know?
Yeah,
I'm not trying to put on an experience where you feel like you don't want to be there.
Agreed.
I want you to want to be there, or I feel
And
I
think,
haven't done my job.
We're having like a welcome party, and my mom's like, is this person invited and this person invited? And typically it's like a rehearsal dinner,
Mhm.
and it's for, what I know is it's for the wedding party. So like whoever's in the wedding party and people out of town.
Mhm.
That's it. And then it becomes like, my mom's like, we have to invite this person and this person. I'm like, this is becoming a mini wedding.
Yeah.
Like now we're having
two
weddings.
weddings. Yeah.
Like we don't need all these people. And she's like, they have to be there. And I'm like, so now this is like a mini wedding.
Yeah.
I was like, I want the people from out of town. So we welcome them. Thanks for coming. Here's your bag. Because did you know when people stay at a hotel, and you know how like if you're ever at a hotel out of town and they give you a bag from the bride and groom,
Mhm.
that's like $40
Oh,
a
yeah, I'm
bag
sure.
or something like
Oh
that.
yeah, I'm sure.
I was like, we're not paying that. So we're
Mm-mm.
giving them to them at like the welcome dinner. Like, thanks so much. Here's your bag for the hotel, you know, your waters and whatever else. I was like, that's insane.
Also, bring your own fucking snacks.
But I made the bags
You know
and
what I
they're
mean?
really cute. Remember I showed you?
Yes, I
Yeah.
know, but like,
No, I agree. But it's still, if you're coming from out of town,
you're
get it.
adults.
And sometimes it's nice to be treated
You're
like a child.
adults. It's the same thing like asking me to pick you up from the airport. Take an Uber.
No, Darius, close your ears.
I know I say this and like Thomas has picked me up from every like flight I've ever had, but like I can't do it. It's too with this traffic in this economy.
No,
Mm-mm.
it is the traffic right now is.
But like, if
actually
you don't
stupid.
have $50 to get yourself an Uber from the airport to your location, you should not be going on that trip.
That's true.
That is how I feel.
That's
I don't care if that's poor etiquette.
That's very, very true.
So I have strong opinions about that.
And then on Thursday,
This week?
yeah, I leave for
I
my
don't leave till
bachelorette. I know
Friday,
you
yeah.
leave Friday, but still,
Yeah.
I'm so excited.
I know. I'm sad I'm going to miss like the
But I think you're going to meet my mom.
workout and stuff. She come. Oh, yeah.
My mom's going to come for brunch or lunch.
Perfect.
Did you get that email? Did she send it in an email? I don't know if she sent
I
an
don't
email.
know if she sent it.
But my mom was like, my mom and aunt are going to be in Vegas. And they're like, I was like, Mom, you should just come hang out. Like, and she was like, I don't want to. It's your bachelorette. And I was like, Mom, we're not going to be like getting a stripper. And she's like, do you want me to get a stripper? I was like, no. I was like, absolutely not. Not even a little. And
no.
She was like, fine, we'll come and like hang out
we
during
don't
the day.
need some like 27-year-old overly tanned, smothered in Axe coat. Like,
no, that is not at
cologne.
all what I want to see. I literally want to like hang out. I want to like vibe with you guys, and that's it. Like, that's all I want. So I'm very excited.
Yeah, it's going to be.
We're going to create a lot of content and somehow have a recap episode.
Yeah.
Via Zoomies.
We're going to, once we figure out the technicals,
yeah.
we will.
Because I think the people will need to hear how crazy Taylor got.
Me?
Just kidding.
I also haven't drank in like a really long time.
Great.
So I'm like, do I just keep riding that vibe and like vibe out on some other things, or do I just like fuck it, balls to the wall?
All of it.
I'd be throwing up in the pool.
It's great.
The last time I went to Vegas, I mean, this was years ago, but I was just continuously hammered the whole time. So there was no hangover until I got on the plane to go home.
Yeah, I think Sunday's going to suck for everyone. Not for me because I'm staying there.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Like, do you think, so we have the Kygo
during the day,
during
which
the
is
day.
Amazing.
So then do you think that people are going to go home, take a nap, and rally?
There's no rallying. It says hang out at the house at night.
Oh, okay.
And I'm great with that.
Okay. Well, that's why I didn't know if people were all of a sudden going to be like, let's hit the town.
I mean, good for all of you, but I will not be joining. I'm so excited about that. We're going to Kygo's opening weekend of his pool club. That's not even what it's called. Day club. I am 80. But I am so excited that I don't care about anything else that night. Like,
no, I'm good with that. I'd love to party during the day and
outside
be in bed at 8.
And being outside all day is exhausting.
In the sun like that.
Yeah.
I'm in this era this summer where I refuse to let the sunlight hit my face.
No, so I have a cute little hat I got from Banana Republic.
I was just thinking about that today. I'm like, I really need some sort of cover-up situation in the hat because I just refuse to let the sun get to this face. Yeah. Like, I don't care. And I was looking at pictures of, like, before I got my red light mask, I had so much, like, sunspot situation. I refuse to let her come back again.
Yeah. No, I also, wait, what was I going to say about the sun, the hat? I also am really, really nervous because I do not want to get tan lines, like weird tan lines. That'll be weird with like, I know it's like a month and a half or like a month and a week or whatever before my wedding, but I'm like, I can't have some weird ass tan lines stick around. So I just got to be careful of that.
Are you going to wear a strapless top?
No, I don't have any, but it's okay. We're going to figure that out.
Okay. I'll be on SPF duty.
She'll just be like,
I'll just slather every 90 minutes. I'll just be like slathering you. She's got like an alarm. I got a timer going. Yeah. You're in the pool. I'm like swimming out to get to you with the SPF.
I don't think I'm gonna go in a day club pool.
Really?
I think they're dirty. Although it's the first weekend, so we might be in the clear.
Although
that's a lie because last time I went to Vegas for my 21st birthday, I was in that pool.
Yeah, I was in Mexico for my 30th, and there's an Omnia there, and we went to that day club, and like
Taylor's like, give me all the dirty shit.
I'm like, that was the most disgusting pool I've ever been in by the end of the day. But like, you stop
I'll get
caring.
my tetanus shot later.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm very excited. She planned a really, really great weekend. So
it's like the perfect. She sent out a cute little like what to pack too. I was like, this is so much.
I know.
I would have never put this much effort into this.
No, she was great. And I was like, I was obviously very, very grateful for her. And I'm very, very excited. It's like the perfect mix of like going, but also chilling.
It's a good itinerary for Vegas.
Yeah.
I think when most people go to Vegas for 3 or 4 days, they ball out every single day, all the way around the clock, and that's too much.
No, I was like, I want to be active. I want to chill. I still want to have fun, but I don't need to like get hammered every second of every day.
No, that's not.
So yeah, I'm excited for that. I'm very excited.
This week's gonna fly by.
Fly by.
Yeah.
Like I've got my engagement shoot tomorrow, and then
where are you doing it?
Gold Coast, and then by the lake. So like,
Classic.
yeah, I mean, we want a little, like a few with the dogs too. There's some gajillion places you can take pictures in this city.
I always said I would never do engagement photos.
Okay, so we didn't want, like, we never paid for any, whatever. It came in our package, and our photographer said, you're already engaged, whatever. You've been engaged for a while, and it's actually closer to your wedding. But if anything, I think it's worth doing them because we then get to meet. We get to see, you get to see how I work. I get to see kind of like how you interact. And I was like, that makes sense.
That's fair.
She gets to, we kind of just get to get a little more comfortable with each other.
I just feel like engagement photos sometimes look so forced.
So
and
she's
so
more like
icky.
editorial. So I'm hoping that's how they come out. Is a little bit less like,
or you're just
love
like,
you
can tell she was like, now look up at him.
Yeah. Or like hand like drape.
I know, we know what we're talking about. We know what we're talking about.
But
no one
you
else
know.
does. But yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
cute.
we'll see how those come out.
Exciting.
Our model faces will come out.
Are you getting your hair and makeup done again?
Makeup done, but not hair. I really liked my makeup, so I was like, I'm down for that. But hair, I'm just gonna do myself. Like this.
I fucking suck at doing my hair.
I'm better at my hair like this than I suck at. You're good at makeup. I'm not.
Yeah.
We're opposite.
I don't know. I don't really know how I got
so
good
let's
at
talk
makeup
about
either.
what the fuck's in your hair right now.
Oh, yeah. So, okay. Also, like me having a slick back do right now on a camera this is the most self-conscious thing I've ever done. And it's fine
She's
now
feeling very vulnerable.
because it's just me and you in this room. But the second that these clips go live on the internet and you post a reel, I'm going to be like, why the fuck did I do that? Because I have the world's largest forehead ever. And
I think you look gorgeous.
Thank you so much. I wish I felt this. I'm like, my fucking forehead. Yeah, so I've never really liked the slick back. But okay, I've been on this long ass hair journey.
Yes.
I'm into the hair oiling now.
Okay.
I'm on a fucking hair oiling kick. And I'm not buying these like $900 oils from wherever. I'm just making my own.
Oh.
Which is the best fucking thing I've ever done.
What's in it?
So I do like a rosemary oil at the scalp, which requires like actually 2 drops of actual rosemary oil, and you just dilute it.
With water?
Yeah, or you can use like another oil. So like a avocado oil, something like that gives you benefits of like vitamin E or whatever, but that's not so potent.
Mm-hmm.
And I do the head massage for like 10 minutes because I got one of those guys, with the spikies.
Yes.
So the evidence for the head massage alone, you have to do it for 10 minutes, which is like you're switching arms, then you get fucking tired.
Yeah.
Like, I don't have time for this, but it's
like,
just like,
where's Thomas when you need him?
Yeah, like I'm like, I don't fucking have time for this. I was doing it the other day and he said, what are you doing? And I said, making my hair grow. And he said, all right. And then just like, was like, that was the weirdest thing I've ever done. So I've been doing that. So I do a rosemary oil at the root. And then from like halfway down, I've been doing a coconut oil, but again, a diluted one because coconut oil is very heavy on thin hair.
Okay, so coconut oil, you dilute it with water?
No, I got like, again, I've done like coconut, almond oil, and a caffeine.
A caffeine?
Yes, there's like a caffeine serum that I got,
Okay.
very cheap, and mixed all those together, and I've been doing it from halfway down. So before hair wash day.
Got it.
Okay, because I'm not one of these bitches that can wash their hair once a week.
I am.
See, I don't know how. Because
but that's because you have thin hair.
I do have thin hair, and it's like I sweat every day.
So do I.
Well, I don't understand. How are you getting by?
Here's what I honestly, I'm like, usually what I do is I wash my hair, and then the second day it's fine, third day it's fine. Actually, what's funny is I think I was on my 3rd or 4th day and I put in so much dry shampoo, and I'm working all day, and then my coworker Jason stands up and he goes, "Did you put dry shampoo in your hair?" And I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "You got a fucking white spot in the back of your head." And I'm like, "Oh." So I didn't pat it in or whatever, push it in as much as I should have. But then when that next day that like my hair's really dirty, I do a slick back bun.
Yeah.
And then I could do that for 2 days.
So I've been trying to slick it back before I oil it because that's the only way that it works. Also, I didn't really know how to do the slick back thing. I've watched many tutorials. Like I'm like, I don't know how to make this look good.
I made it up, and then the back of my hair, I'm like, I can't see it, so I don't care.
It doesn't matter. But now I've committed now. So now I'm on this journey where I have to do this like twice a week or something. But I can't. I've heard micellar water is good for like as a dry shampoo, like to absorb the grease. But like I do think this dry shampoo works better when you use it the night before. Oh. So like before your hair's greasy, spray it in there, sleep on it, and then you wake up. And then I also, which my hairstylist told me this, blow drying. So I'm like the type of person, this hair's fucking pin straight. I can just get out of the shower, let her air dry. It gets greasier faster. She's like, just blow dry the top at least.
Oh, I always blow dry my hair, but that's because I have curly hair. So
I always forget about the curly hair.
But I blow dry it so that I don't have to like just flat iron it fully. But I use R & Co. Like I use their hair stick, I use their dry shampoo, and they have like a volumizing spray. And I feel like when I mix the volumizing spray with the dry shampoo, it makes my hair look fuller and less like, because I feel like then it gets like stick straight next to you. Yeah. What I've been trying to do is use a hair serum in my hair before I blow dry it, because then I'm like, okay, let's protect this hair a little bit more.
You got to have the heat protectant. R & Co makes it's good for the workout girlies. It's a dry shampoo, but it's wet. So like when you get done working out, you know how like your hair is sweaty? Yeah. You spray it where it's sweaty and like kind of, massage it in and then blow dry it through. It's wet. No. It's like a wet spray. And then you just blow dry it through, and it honestly looks like a fresh new set of. That one. I'll send you the thing, yeah. But I'm just like, I don't have time all the time to be fucking. I'm like, I don't have any time to do anything, and then I'm like scrubbing my head for 10 minutes, like.
It's the things that matter. The things that matter.
But yeah, I'm hair oiling because I keep seeing all these people on TikTok being like, look at my hair before, and it was all short and thin, and now they have this voluptuous.
I know,
and I'm like. Nutrafol
I was going to say a lot of people have been doing that like Nutrafol or colostrum.
I've been taking Nutrafol for fucking 2 years now.
And nothing.
I mean, it's definitely helped. My hair volume has doubled in
What about
volume.
Amra colostrum?
I
haven't had that, but
about the colostrum. I don't know.
I haven't tried it.
Sometimes then I'm like, how much is too much?
Right, like is what I'm doing counteracting
because at one point I was taking that Mary Ruth's. That bitch makes a whole bunch of organic vitamins, but elderberry. She makes a hair one, which is like a cookie flavor. It was like a treat in the morning. That's how I like my vitamins in gummy form. Yes. Delicious. And I was using that, and then all of a sudden all my hair was falling out, and I was like, oh no, I think I've overdone something. Why is my hair shedding?
Yeah,
all over the place.
Yeah,
and then. I had a meltdown to my hair girl, but
so hair oil.
So I'm hair oiling.
We'll have to keep everybody updated.
I'm hair oiling, and I've read that we've debunked the theory that you can't wash your hair every day. Like I think people were like, the longer that you go, the less oily it'll get. You don't need to wash it every day. And I think I've seen enough people be like, that's not true.
I honestly, just because my hair is curly, I don't want to wash it every day. It just gets to be too much.
I always forget your hair is curly.
I know.
I want to see it like one day.
One day.
Okay.
One day. I don't know if I'll come on the podcast.
Do you style it curly?
No.
Never.
You know what it is? So my ex-boyfriend, I dated him however long, and I wore my hair curly, being like, maybe I'm going to try this out. And he was like, you look like Weird Al.
Yes, I remember you've told this story. Yeah.
And once I heard that, I was like, I can't unsee it or unfeel it.
What's he doing these days?
He's married to a woman, I don't know, who I actually went to camp with.
I'd love to see what she looks like.
She's cute. She's actually cute. But I don't know if they're happy. I don't know.
Can't speak to his happiness.
And
anyways,
I don't know if he's
what kind
happy
of success he found in his life.
He works for a family business.
They always do.
I don't think he's very fulfilled in that sense. And it's not like he's the cutest guy ever, because he's not.
I would have drop kicked him to the fucking curb.
I know. But so after that point, I got more self-conscious about my curls. So I do think
it's like me with the slick back.
Yeah, like I do need some like curl freedom, like let these babies show, but in due time.
Wait, what's that cartoon? I had some. So did I ever tell you about that before I came to Chicago? After I told that crazy dating story last week, I was like, I have a couple more things. Before I came to Chicago, I was like talking to this guy who was a cop, which I should have just stopped there.
Oh no, he wasn't from here, because I also dated a cop.
No, that would have been weird if we would have dated the same cop. But, he was mentally not well. I've never in my life, I think I was just at like such a low point with dating where I was like, he's a dick, but like I could overlook this.
Yeah.
You know?
He sucks. He treats me
You
like
know,
shit,
and
but
then
we
I
can
let
get
that go
by.
on for a little bit, and then I was like, hang on a second here. So I made a joke once about my large forehead, as I tend to do, because that's what we do about our insecurities is we make them funny,
Yes.
right? None of us got funny just because we happen to have the most lovely fucking life of all time. So I made a joke about it once, and then he, swear to God, told me one day that he thought I looked like Megamind. Do you know who Megamind is?
No.
Neither did I until I looked it up. Let me just show you. You're gonna fucking die.
That is horrible.
Megamind.
I literally.
If you're listening to this, you don't know who Megamind
Go
is, you have to go
Google it.
Google it right now because it's
Wait, that's insane.
insane.
What a fucking dick.
Insane. And so like you're already insecure about something and then someone tells you look like Megamind and you're like,
Yeah.
should I jump off the roof or
Like,
lay in the middle of the
I
road?
would be like, so am I getting hair transplant to like bring my forehead
That's what I'm. No,
down?
yeah.
Like,
I was like, I couldn't believe it. Like, it's funny when I say it. It's not funny when you say it. You know what I mean?
No.
Especially
you're
a
supposed
guy.
to make me feel beautiful, you asshole.
Yeah. And then it just got progressively worse from there. And then he
Yeah,
just
I'm
like
sure.
fucking gaslit me every day of my life. And I was like, you know those people that are just so irrational and like not reasonable that like no matter what you tell, like if you're
They're
like,
never
this is
wrong.
wrong,
Yeah,
and they're
no,
like,
they're
could
never wrong.
possibly be me. And
Yeah.
I'm like, no, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I know those people.
That was yeah. And then I was like, you know what? I'm sure there are some normal law enforcement out there, but for the most part,
I think
I do not
yeah.
recommend.
No, I went on a date with a cop and he was very intense.
Yeah,
Like-
it's like they need to displace their feelings somewhere and they couldn't figure out how to do it in their normal
Yeah,
lives.
and
So they just were like, give me a gun, you know?
Well, it was very like on the date, I was like, I feel really uncomfortable.
You're like,
and
I'm on
I kind of want to
edge.
leave,
Yeah.
but I don't want to insult you and I don't want to make you mad, but you're real intense.
There's like a complex. They
Yeah.
also, you know? And I'm just like,
It was
just
a
be
lot.
normal.
But he was hot. Hence why I swiped right.
Yeah.
Wait, we were talking about this at brunch, and Morgan, who came on the podcast 2 weeks ago, her sister, I guess, does this thing where like she like can put side by side like a person and a cartoon.
Oh, me too. I'm so good at that game.
Who do I look like?
You got to give me a minute. I'll
Okay.
find one for you. No,
I've
I'm
never
so
been
good
told
at this.
I look like a cartoon, and so I was like, I wonder what cartoon I look like.
Yeah, I got to think about it, but usually I'm really
Who
good
do
at
you
this
look
game.
like besides that guy?
Besides Megamind, so when I smile, I have a very, which I know I like was saying this to one of my friends and she was like, I'd kill to have a sharp jawline, but I get like a very sharp jawline when I smile. Like I would have to pull up a photo, but sometimes it's giving the Grinch, you know?
The Grinch.
You know what I mean? When he smiles like that.
I had to Google the Grinch, and then let me see.
And then I'll show you, okay, let me show you this
The
photo.
Grinch.
Actually, that Thomas and I just took.
We'll put it side by side.
Layla
for
listens to every everybody.
episode.
episode. She's going to listen to this and she's going to be like, what'd I tell you about putting yourself down? Okay, but like the Jim Carrey Grinch or the cartoon.
Okay.
Now look at my jaw. Do you see? No, we're one and the same.
Hey, but you look so cute.
Oh, thank you. But what's up with my fucking jaw? I got a pointy chin or something. I sent this to my friend to complain. She's like, I'd kill for that jawline. I'm like,
Oh my
okay, we all
God.
are unhappy
That's
with all of our
funny.
things. But
No, I've
yeah.
never really been told like, oh, you look like a celebrity or you look like a cartoon or anything. So I think that must just mean I'm really unique.
Did you
But-
know that everybody has an ugly twin as well?
Oh,
Have I ever told
do you
you
want
this
to
theory?
see? Do you want to see my twin?
Yeah.
I will not say her name out loud. I think I'm prettier than her, but
Again, a statement I would never say.
I'm not saying who it is.
No, I know. No, I mean like the confidence. I'd never have it.
Okay. Isn't that my twin?
Yeah.
But
Her
I'm-
features are a little wider, but yeah.
do you think I'm prettier?
Yes. Something's wrong with that head.
Okay, so you do think I'm prettier.
Yeah.
Don't show the camera.
No. Yeah, everybody has an ugly twin that's just existing.
Yeah.
Out in the world.
No, I'm a
And you don't know about him until you walk by him and you're like, there's my ugly twin.
No, someone came, like someone texted me and was like, are you related to this person? And I was like, no. And they were like, they look exactly like you. And when someone says they look exactly like you and then you see them and you're like, wait, I think I'm prettier. We're like, oh my God, that's what I look
Yeah,
like.
and you're like, what the fuck?
I
There
get
was
offended.
There was this girl I used to work with when I was a tech, like way back in the day. And she was, not only was she like 7 years older than me, but we were just both short and blonde. Okay. Like that was
Yeah.
the only features that we shared.
Yeah.
And everyone used to confuse us all the time. Like all the time. And I was like a little bit offended. I was like, I'm like 7 years old. Like, I don't
Yeah.
know why you guys think that we look alike, but I think we're both just short and blonde.
Yeah.
And for
And
a
they
while.
put you in like a category.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I got that. Actually,
And then she used to comment on my pictures and she used to be like, I'm so thankful that people say we look alike. And I'm like, damn. Huh.
No, I actually think my doppelganger is my mother. I'm literally going to turn into her. in
Do
however
you?
many
Oh,
years.
unfortunately, I look exactly like my father, which is really not a curse I
Oh.
ever wanted to have.
I'm my mother. And our mannerisms are the same. Like at the shower,
See,
people
me
had
and
just
my
met
mom,
her.
yeah, me and my mom have the same. People think we look alike because we act the fucking same,
Yeah. Yeah.
but we don't look
Yeah.
alike at all.
I'd love to meet Rose.
Yeah, anytime. She'll be here at some point this summer.
Oh, I can't wait.
She loves to come out.
Let's
and
do a
visit.
brunch
Yeah,
dinner.
we'll do something.
Go out.
She loves to yap.
Whatever. I don't, but just kidding. That's what we do here.
She loves to yap and pass lots of judgment.
Great.
Those are her.
We should go somewhere where there's lots of people.
That's her. Those are her fun and fresh activities
Yeah.
she likes to participate in.
Love it.
But yeah. So, anyways, someone told me once in my life that I looked like Megamind, and that is really all that you need to know about my insecurities.
Lovely.
I couldn't believe it. I said, the audacity.
Okay, how do you
Cope
build
with this kind of
confidence? No. How do you build confidence or work on treating yourself a little bit kinder with an insecurity that literally is, for lack of a better word, like front facing?
My forehead front facing.
Well, I mean, you know, it's like
No, yeah. Like truthfully, I wish I had a better answer to this question. Like I tried to work on blah blah, but I think I just fucking got over it. Like
Yeah.
truthfully, this is my head. Like, what's a girl to do?
this is my head. Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
and like I have done a lot of things for my hair that's made my hair thicker, and that takes a little bit of attention off of the forehead.
You're also
as it
harder
is.
on yourself than like you need to
Yes.
be, but it's
and then
easier for
one
someone else to say
time
that.
on the internet, I saw that all good-looking celebrities have huge foreheads, and that made me feel a
Hell
little
yeah,
bit
they do.
better. And I don't think I have like a. I used to be like this fucking satellite dish I'm rolling around with, like picking
It's
up like
not.
HBO and shit for free, but
It's not, but I
not.
get an insecurity that like
Yeah.
to someone else is like, oh my God, I'd kill for a forehead like that. And then to you, you're like, no, this is not.
Yeah, and you're like, I think a big part of my insecurity about it for a long time is before I got Botox, because I did have, because I got so
Wrinkles.
much forehead,
Yeah.
I did have like,
Yeah.
but since I've taken care of that,
Yeah.
it's less. But yeah, I wish I had a better answer to that. Like I tried to, you know, journal and like overcome. No,
Yeah.
I think I just got over it. And I also just like hair growth was better for me. So if I got to oil it and slick her back, that's just like what I'm going to do.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think I just have a big head.
You don't have a big head. I don't think you have a big head. I
Really?
think you have a little tiny baby head.
Really?
Yeah.
I feel like I have a big head.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know. My mom told me I had a big head.
Moms, they just tell you the truth.
This is, yeah. No. And honestly, looking back on it, people would call it abuse, I think.
They were just I think
Emotional
parents were just
abuse.
allowed to be more honest, and now there's like a sense of like we need to use our words
The
kinder.
youth is more fragile, and we need to like, yes,
Be a
I
little
agree.
kinder.
But like my mom, like I came home from college and my mom was like, "You're a little fat," and I was like,
no, yeah,
and looking back on it, I'm like, that was probably not the. But honestly, I'm glad she told me, because I was like, well, let me get it in check then.
no,
Thank you,
I
lady.
used to tell my mom, "Tell me if I'm getting fat." Tell
She'd
me
be
if I'm
like,
getting
"What are we
fat."
drinking when we're out?" And I would be like, "I don't like a vodka Red Bull." She's like, "Soda water." And
Yeah.
I was like, "Okay, yeah." Like,
But then I was like so upset.
she's always anytime like
and
there's
people
been times.
wonder why we had eating disorders.
Yeah, people are like they fully are. Yeah, but like I would do my makeup a certain way, and she'd be like, "Don't do that again. Like it's not."
Yeah,
Or like I get my eyebrows laminated, and she's like, "I fucking hate when you do that with your eyebrows. I just want you to know." I'm
I
like,
just
"Okay,
learned
thank
what
you."
laminating eyebrows was.
Really?
Hmm. I didn't know what it was.
Fucking love a brow lamp.
I've only
stan.
wax and tint. That's it.
Yeah, I get the tint and the lamp. It's so much. But you got a nice thick eyebrow. See, I don't.
Yeah, the girl who did
Mine
my
are
eyebrows
very
was like, this is one of the
sparse.
easiest eyebrows I've ever done.
Yeah.
Or my makeup. And I was like, oh, thank you.
Yeah, I got to work on growing all the hairs.
All the
really,
hairs.
on my whole head.
People are trying to get
My
them
lashes.
off, and you want to add
Yeah,
them.
I'm like, I need more brow, more lash, more head hair.
Yeah.
The whole thing.
And I'm like, I want to remove all the hair from my legs, my armpits, vagina.
Do you have dark hair on your legs?
Everywhere.
Do you shave your legs every day?
Not every day. In the summer, yes, but in like the winter, no. Armpits, I got my armpits and vagina lasered, and great job. But now like it's starting to grow back, and so I'm like, I need to get like that touch up, which is annoying. I used to in middle school, high school, shave my arms or like nair them. I'm so pissed that I did that.
I forgot that fucking trend.
Yeah.
People were nairing their arms.
I am so pissed that I did that because I swear they're hairier now than they would have been had I just done nothing.
I forgot all about that. We did some dumb fucking shit.
Nair burned like a bitch. Why
I've
we
never
did that?
used Nair, but I remember people doing that.
Oh my God, it burned. You'd literally put it on and then like wipe it off and watch your hair
so
like
gross.
come off. It's disgusting. But then like your arm was like a baby's bottom. Like it was so soft. And I'd be like, oh, touch my arm. It's so soft. But like why we did that shit, no idea.
No. I also remember putting a gallon of like the most disgusting Walgreens gel in my hair to scrunch it, and I don't have curly hair at all. So then by the end of the day, it would just be straight gelled hair.
Yeah, I did that too. Where like my curls had to be like you had to hear that whatever crunch on it. Yeah. And I'm like, this is so not cute.
Or you had to have like the straightest bang.
If you look back at pictures of me, my bangs are straight. And then like my hair is curled. And I'm like, why?
What the fuck were we doing?
Why did I do that? And then the worst part is like, I'd also have like really low rise jeans. And then my belly had to show like a little bit. But like I didn't like, it was like,
it wasn't giving cute. Belly. It was giving like your shirt's too small.
Yeah.
You know?
But it was like also like a double shirt. Like I'd have the shirt under the shirt, but cropped up. And then I got to the opposite where you were wearing like leggings, a skirt, and then a longer top down to like halfway of your butt with like a shorter top over. My friend and I literally cry looking at pictures of us from a trip we took where we just look at each other and we're like, what were we wearing?
And all of me and my friends.
Let me show you this picture of me.
No, please do.
Of one of my outfits.
All of me and my friends just wore different colored Abercrombie stuff. Like we all had the same fucking shirts.
Were you one of the ones that like you'd buy the like Abercrombie rocks? Like
no, exclusively. I exclusively had Abercrombie or Hollister splattered across my ass on any given day of the week. Exclusively.
I never wore like any of the like the
or the pink. Remember the Victoria's Secret pink? You could fold the thing
the
down.
Juicy?
Yes. And like it would be like bedazzled, and it was you had to pull your pants down to pee, and you would just scrape your ass with these like sequins on the way back up. It was like the most uncomfortable thing ever. Wore them every day.
God. Wait, I have to find. I'm in Italy or some foreign country wearing this like yellow and blue polka dot dress that I thought was so cute.
Was
with
a sleigh.
Wait, with fucking anal beads, yellow anal beads around my neck.
Oh, no, absolutely not. No, that's not even a dress. That was meant to be a shirt. And in some world, you were like, if I just stretch it below my vagina.
Like, that's not flattering. It's not cute. And then the yellow.
When you wore this, you were like, And there he is in his polo with the white tee underneath, just missing the popped collar.
I mean, it's just horrible.
I went to a Catholic school and I had to wear a uniform for quite some time. And the way that we used to botch those fucking uniforms, we came up with like the popped collar, or you'd wear, so we were.
2 collars?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
You were a preppy girl.
Yes. And then you had like, for whatever reason, you couldn't stand the thought of your pants buttoning like a centimeter above your pelvic bone.
And now we're like,
so you would roll them down. Yeah. So you would roll them down. I got more fucking detentions in Catholic. Well, I got a lot of detention in Catholic school, which is no surprise to anybody that's listening to this, but lots of them were for dress code. And my mom would be like, why can't you just fucking do what they're asking you to do? You know? She's like,
Did you have to have like 3 fingers on your straps and a skirt longer than your hands?
See, I don't wear the skirts. Skirts weren't cool.
Oh.
We wore pants.
Shit. She's a cool girl.
Yeah, the skirts weren't cool at my Catholic school, which is now closed. And yeah, we did the polos and the pants exclusively.
Wow.
and like you were only allowed to wear like a certain shoe. You like couldn't wear sneakers, but somehow I just like fucking would wear a sneaker every day.
Taylor didn't care. She got detention.
No, it was like my favorite thing to do. It was be a rebel. I just did what all the boys did.
I was the biggest like goody two shoes.
Oh no! Didn't I tell you this? That one of the nuns
yes,
called my mom and left her a voicemail saying I was the most disrespectful kid she ever had in class.
Yes.
My mom was like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
Yeah,
and I was like, "I'm just doing what the boys are doing."
And my teachers were calling my parents, being like, "She's
She's
lovely.
so great." Yeah, no, not
We
me. I
love
was in
her.
so much trouble all the time. All the time.
No, I got one detention in like 8th grade.
In hindsight, I think I was trying to. It was a cry for help.
Yeah.
And now look at me.
Now look at her.
Yeah.
She's thriving.
Yeah.
No,
God,
one
yeah.
detention in my life and one C in my life.
Really?
Probably more in college, but in like going up in chemistry. Hence why I'm not in your field.
Yeah, this is true. This is true.
That was my one C. But other than that, I was like the teacher's
One of
pet.
those. Yeah. I would have fucking hated you.
You wouldn't have. I was very nice. Okay.
Were you a little weird though?
Am I a little weird still?
No, I don't know.
Really?
I don't think so.
I think I'm a little weird, but yeah. I mean, I was like
Like in a good way. I'm not like
yeah, like
she's creeping me out. Like, you know. I feel like in high school I might have been like she's creeping me out, you know.
I think I was normal. I always wanted hello people pleasing, but I always wanted everybody to like me. So I think I wanted the teachers to like me.
Yeah.
Yeah. We should go into that high school, what high school is like for us.
Yeah.
We would have very different
We
stories.
We would, especially because I went to a Catholic school and then I switched to public school, and switching to public school was like the
Oh.
best thing of mine. Everyone was obsessed with me because I was the new girl.
Yeah.
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 I ate that shit up.
We're going to have to do an episode
We'll do
on
a
that.
yeah, we'll do a high school debrief.
Debrief.
All right, well,
Well, we've got a fun week coming up, so I'm excited to share all about it.
I know. I hope something crazy happens
I mean, what if Kygo is like, oh my God, I want to spend
the rest of my life with you.
I'm getting married with Darius. Kygo wants to be with me.
Really though, what would you do?
I mean, I think he's dating like a supermodel.
Okay, but let's say he wasn't.
Bye, Darius.
100%.
I'm married with Kygo.
I mean, we can remain friends.
I'm actually replacing you with Kygo on June 14th.
Yeah. Sorry. We'll get you your money
No,
back.
I hope he like somehow comes over to us or something. I don't know. I will like die. I just love him.
I know you do.
He's just something special.
Are you going to cry, you think?
If I see him,
Or just in
no.
general?
On the
You
weekend,
think you're going to get drunk enough to just have some feelings?
maybe if
Okay.
other people give me feelings, but I don't think so.
Oh,
I just want to have fun. I think on my wedding, yes.
You think you're going to cry down the aisle?
I don't know. I might be either too excited and nervous. I definitely think Darius will cry.
I think he damn should.
No, I think he will. Like, what? No, it's like if he doesn't.
Now it's going to be weird.
He
when
like
knows.
cries at like some like I don't know, TV shows.
He cries for less.
Yeah. Are you watching You? Do you watch You?
No, I've never watched you.
Oh, also,
Sorry.
this is totally side note. Last week or the week before, you mentioned The Pit.
Yeah.
I can't watch that.
Why?
They open up like your stomach and show like the organs and stuff. I
Oh.
can't watch that.
Okay.
Very real. I was like, Darius, we're not watching. I watched the trailer and I was like, oh.
You should watch The Last of Us.
Darius tried and he didn't like it, so I'm gonna try.
Darius.
I know.
And I to think I thought he was a well-cultured human being.
And now our dinner
That
may be
show
off.
really pissed a bunch of people off last week. Even though, so it follows a video game. Did you know this?
Yeah, I only knew that from watching Seth Meyers interview Pedro Pascal.
What's so funny is that I had absolutely no idea until last week. And a big thing happened last week and everyone was like, well, yeah, that's what happens in the video game. And I was like, this is a video game? And like, what's
like, I
happened to
had
video
no
games in
idea.
2025 that there's like a storyline?
Yeah,
like,
I thought
I'm
it
used
was
to like
your
Crash Bandicoot where I'm like
also, like,
fucking
aren't you controlling the video
jumping
game?
up. This is where I'm confused.
Yeah, yeah.
I guess there's a storyline in the games these days.
Got it.
I guess there has been for quite some time. I played
We're
like
out of the loop.
yeah,
I played Mario Kart, Nintendo.
Mario Kart, Crash Bandicoot. My best friend was a Call of Duty girl, and I would just talk on the headset while she played, and that's
No.
as close as I got
Call
to
of Duty
any.
scared me because it was like I heard people were like trying to like lure you. I was like, oh, I'm not gonna play
Yeah,
that.
she played. I just talked shit on the headset,
Yeah.
like I had any idea what was
Yeah.
going on. It was just me and a bunch of strange nerds.
Love it. Love it.
So.
Well, anyway.
In other news.
Well, I'm looking forward to this week.
Yeah, we'll have things to report.
I know, I'm excited.
Should we also say that we've got like a couple more weeks for you and then we're going to break and then release season 2.
Yeah. Which is insane because we will have over 30 episodes in season 1, which I'm really proud of us for.
Yeah, me too.
But that's insane to think we just started this in October.
Yeah. So we've covered quite a bit of ground.
Yes, and season 2 will launch. Well, we'll get to that, but
we'll get to details and stuff, but we are going to break. It just is, one, we want to like launch for season 2, but also like
life
Jordan's got a wedding and a honeymoon and things to tend to, and like I don't want to be like she's in Greece and I'm like zoom in so we can.
Honestly, my background would be gorgeous. That all of you would be very jealous, but I agree, and I think it just makes sense. But 30 episodes every week, crazy.
Good for us.
Well, we'll leave you with, girl,
everything's fine.